Happy Friday. I thought instead of doing cooking today, I'd do something a little different. Today, I am going to work on planting new hens and chickens. I don't know if you can see those, but some of them lived through the winter from last year. The ones that didn't, I have dug up and broken up the dirt, and I'm going to get ready to plant some new ones in this flower bed. It's really easy, and they typically come back every year on their own, but I'm guessing it got a little too cold and some of them died. But they require very, very little maintenance. So for those of you that are not really good with growing plants or taking care of plants or flowers, these are an excellent choice. So, got them all together. Those are the ones I bought. So when I bought them, I got them at Lowe's. And I would just say try to get one that has a lot in the little cluster so you can break them up, because they multiply really, really well. Like this was one, and it multiplied into all of those little buds. So next I'm going to break them up and then put them down into the flower bed and put some dirt around them. Okay, so I just got some Miracle-Gro moisture control potting mix. I think I got it at like Kroger's or somewhere for like $3. It wasn't expensive. So I'm gonna break them up and figure out how to set the camera down so you can see this part. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing now. So now I'm just going to take them out of the pot and just break them up. See, they already have a root and everything. So I kind of do it over the flower bed so I can drop that dirt down in there if I need it. Hoping you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to break them up. And then, as you can see, they're together all in a big cluster. But I'm going to break them up so these can be individual plants. So it could be a little messy, so that's why you need some garden gloves on. Can you see what I did? I just broke them each up into individual ones. So that one little pot ended up giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to plant. Okay, and don't worry that you broke up the roots, because they will re-root. I don't know if that's a word, but they will create new roots. So I'm going to put some dirt down in there. So you see what I did? I broke them up. I'm hoping this is all making sense. I broke them up, so I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to do that with each of these. And I'll have plenty to fill up these flower beds once I'm done. So now I'm going to add some dirt to the flower beds. Okay, so now Frank helped me add the dirt to the flower beds. As you can see, I filled them up pretty full. And now I'm going to break up the rest of these hens and chickens. That's what they're called. And like I said, I break it up over the flower bed so that extra dirt can just be used down in there. And then I'm going to separate the roots And if you look at this one, it's got a lot of them in there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. And like I told you before, they're going to multiply on their own, and they will recreate the roots. So you don't worry about the fact that you're breaking up the roots. So I'm going to actually separate these two. Okay? So that's what I'm doing with each of these bunches that I bought. I bought 5 little small buckets of it, but just make sure when you buy them that they have multiple heads in there. See, this one's got a good root on it. But like I said, don't worry if you don't see a lot of root on it once you separate them, because they'll grow a new root. See, like, look at these. You see that one little stem in there? Mm-hmm. That is going to create a new root. Okay? So we'll keep going with this last one.
You got one more too.
Okay. So this one's got a lot of heads. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a real good one. So you, as carefully as you can, what I would recommend is try your best to make sure you got at least a little bit of root left for it to be able to start over. What I mean, can you get down in there, Frank? Yeah. Okay. Like this one, see, I still got that little root on there. That's all it needs to start a new one. Try to be careful. Careful as you can. You don't want to tear them up. Like that one has got a good root. Look at that. That's a real good root on that one. And these will typically come back year after year unless you have a really cold winter. See, that one's a good one. So that's why a lot of mine died, because I think they died over the winter, this last winter.
Leave it there, leave it there. That's a whole. Oh.
That's 2 different ones. So like I said, try to be gentle. Don't be too rough.
Wow.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, you did that good.
So, no worries about all the extra dirt. We'll keep that. So I got one more. This one's got a lot on there too. So these are called hens and chickens. And typically people buy this kind of pot. It's called a strawberry pot that has the holes in the side.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Yeah, to grow on these. So there we go. Very carefully. Look at that one. That one's got a good root on it. I know it looks like a mess right now, but I'm telling you, it's going to grow so pretty. When you start seeing them multiply, you're going to be really amazed. I'm going to leave all of that right there and plant that just like that. So we're almost done with separating them. Okay. All right. So now all I do is just make a little hole with my finger and just
put that on the other end.
Make a little hole with my finger and push the dirt around them. Try your best to get the root down in the dirt. You try to make it pretty as you can, you know. The heads up on the top and the root down in there.
Don't stop at that. You gonna stop with another?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to another pot. You just kind of shake the excess dirt off the top if you can. Spread the dirt around. Put one more in here. Okay, kind of take your hand and go along the side and try to get some excess dirt off there if you can. Those wind chimes are going crazy out here. Y'all hear them?
Just put it in the trash, baby. Put that in the trash.
As you see, I'm just trying to spread them out and make sure each flower bed has some. Because like I said, you see how these multiplied from last year? That started out with one, and then all those others grew. So don't feel bad that it looks kind of skimpy, because they will grow. Since that root is still kind of connected, I want to make sure to put those two together. See that? Make sure the roots are down under.
How about a little miscellaneous ones?
Okay, so I'm down to the last flower bed, and if I have some left over, I'll fill in the holes, empty holes on the other ones. You just kind of start out a little sparingly so you can make sure you don't run out. Try to clean them off best you can. Sometimes some of that dirt is kind of embedded in there. But this is just a nice little project to do since everybody's at home and you're getting bored. You can work on something to work on in your yard. See, like, once you go back over it, you'll see spots you missed. Like here, I realize it's a little empty. Push those roots down in there. There you go. Okay. All right. So I will get a broom and clean up that excess dirt. But hopefully you get the general idea of what I was doing, which is just planting new hens and chickens in my flower beds. When you're done, then you just kind of clean up the mess. But this will turn out to be really pretty once it's all done.